Let me guess. You started today with a to-do list that looked shorter than your grocery list, but here you are, hours later, staring at the same 3 tasks still waiting to be done. Oh, and somewhere between reply to emails and finish that report, you somehow ended up watching 17 minutes of cat videos on Instagram. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Productivity is one of those things everyone talks about, but no one seems to actually have under control. And before you blame yourself for being lazy or unmotivated, let me tell you something. It's not entirely your fault. The real problem might be lurking right in your pocket or sitting on your desk. That's right. I'm talking about your phone, your laptop, and all those shiny apps designed to make life easier, but somehow end up making everything harder. We live in a world where distractions don't just knock on our door. They barge in uninvited, set up camp, and refuse to leave. But here's the good news. There's a way out. It's called digital minimalism. And by the end of this video, you'll see how cutting through the digital clutter can help you take back your focus, your time, and maybe even your sanity. So stick around. This could change the way you work. Forever. Let's face it, distractions are everywhere, and they're not just annoying, they're sneaky. You sit down to write an email, but before you know it, a notification pops up. Oh, just one quick look, you tell yourself. Except that one quick look turns into scrolling through Twitter, checking your fantasy football league, and suddenly wondering if pineapple really belongs on pizza. By the time you snap out of it, 45 minutes have vanished, and all you've accomplished is convincing yourself that yes, pineapple does belong on pizza, but that doesn't help your inbox. This isn't about willpower or discipline. It's about how modern technology is designed to hijack your attention. Social media apps, for example, are built like slot machines. Every scroll gives you a little dopamine hit, a like here, a funny meme there, and soon enough you're hooked without even realizing it. But notifications aren't the only culprits. Multitasking is another silent killer. Sure, we all think we're great at juggling tasks, but science begs to differ. When you try to do 2 things at once, your brain isn't actually doing both. It's switching back and forth so fast that it feels seamless. The problem? Each switch costs you time and mental energy. It's like stopping and restarting a car over and over again instead of cruising smoothly down the highway. No wonder you feel drained after a day of getting stuff done. And then there's decision fatigue. Every time you pick up your phone to check Slack or decide whether to reply to that text right away, you're using up precious mental resources that could be spent on more important things. It gets worse. Constant connectivity keeps our brains in a state of hyperarousal. We're always on, waiting for the next ping or buzz, which makes deep focus nearly impossible. Remember when you used to read an entire book in one sitting? Yeah, me neither. So what's the solution? Is it as simple as throwing your phone into a river and living off-grid? Not quite. There's a smarter way to deal with this digital chaos. And trust me, it doesn't involve giving up Wi-Fi forever, okay? So what exactly is digital minimalism? It's not about moving to a cabin in the woods or vowing never to touch a smartphone again. Think of it more like a mindset, a way of taking control of your relationship with technology instead of letting it control you. At its core, digital minimalism is about intentionally choosing which tools, apps, and devices add real value to your life and ditching the rest. It's saying no to things that drain your time and energy without giving much back, like mindlessly scrolling through social media or binge-watching videos of people falling off trampolines. Entertaining, sure, but not exactly life-changing. Here's how it works in practice. Imagine going through your phone and deleting every app you don't truly need. No more random games you haven't opened in months, no more news alerts that make you anxious instead of informed, or picture. Setting clear boundaries like turning off non-essential notifications or designating specific times for checking email instead of responding to every ping like it's an emergency. Some people even take it a step further by doing a digital declutter, a reset period where they temporarily remove all optional tech from their lives and then slowly reintroduce only the essentials. The beauty of digital minimalism is that it's flexible. You don't have to go full monk mode to see results. Maybe you start small, like swapping aimless scrolling with reading a book or replacing group chats with actual face-to-face conversations. The goal isn't deprivation, it's intentionality. And when you strip away the noise, something amazing happens. You create space for the things that really matter. Now that we've talked about what digital minimalism is, let's get to the good stuff. How it actually makes you more productive. Picture this. You wake up in the morning, and instead of reaching for your phone to check Instagram or respond to emails, you spend the first 30 minutes of your day doing something meaningful, like journaling, exercising, or simply enjoying a cup of coffee without distractions. Sounds nice, right? That's the power of digital minimalism at work. By cutting out unnecessary digital noise, you give yourself room to focus on what truly matters. Here's the deal. When you reduce distractions, your brain can finally settle into what psychologists call deep work. Deep work is that magical state where you're fully immersed in a task, completely focused, and producing high-quality results. It's the kind of work that gets big things done, writing a report, brainstorming creative ideas, or solving complex problems. But here's the catch. You can't achieve deep work if your attention is constantly being pulled in a million directions. Every notification, every app switch, every glance at your phone chips away at your ability to concentrate. Digital minimalism helps you reclaim that focus by creating boundaries. For example, setting specific times to check email or turning off notifications during work hours can help you stay in the zone longer. And let's not forget the mental clarity that comes with simplifying your digital life. Think about it. How often do you feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information bombarding you every day? News alerts, social media updates, endless group chats, it's exhausting. When you declutter your digital space, you also declutter your mind. Suddenly, you're not wasting energy trying to keep up with everything. You're channeling that energy into tasks that move the needle. Here's a fun analogy. Imagine your attention span as a battery. Every time you get distracted, you drain a little bit of that battery. But when you practice digital minimalism, you're essentially conserving your energy for the important stuff. And trust me, your future self will thank you when you're finishing projects ahead of deadlines instead of scrambling at the last minute. So, ready to take back control? All it takes is a few small changes to start seeing big results. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but my job requires me to be online all the time. Or, what if I miss something important because I'm not constantly checking my phone? These are valid concerns. Digital minimalism isn't about disconnecting completely. It's about being smarter with how and when you connect. For example, if your work depends on email or Slack, you don't have to abandon those tools altogether. Instead, set boundaries like batching your communication into specific time slots. Respond to emails in dedicated 30-minute windows rather than reacting to every ping as it comes in. This way, you stay productive without falling behind. Others might worry that digital minimalism sounds too extreme or restrictive, but here's the thing. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. You don't need to delete every app or quit social media cold turkey. Start small. Maybe it's turning off non-essential notifications or setting a timer for screen use. Experiment and see what works for you. Remember, the goal is to feel more in control, not to add another layer of stress by trying to overhaul your entire life overnight. And let's address the fear of missing out, or FOMO. Here's a reality check. Most of the stuff we're afraid of missing isn't actually that important. That viral tweet or trending TikTok, it'll still be there later. What won't wait is your ability to focus, create, and accomplish things that truly matter. So yes, it's okay to step back and prioritize your own priorities. All right, here's the deal. You don't have to overhaul your entire digital life today to start seeing results. Pick one small step, just one, and commit to it. Maybe it's turning off notifications for non-essential apps or setting aside 30 minutes each morning to work without distractions. Whatever it is, take that first step, because even tiny changes can add up to big wins over time. And let's be real, digital minimalism isn't a magic wand that will instantly solve all your productivity problems, but it's a powerful tool to help you reclaim your focus, your energy, and most importantly, your time. Time that you can spend on things that truly matter, whether that's working toward your goals, spending quality time with loved ones, or simply enjoying a moment of peace in a noisy world. So here's my challenge to you. Try one digital minimalism tip from this video and see how it feels. Did it help you get more done? Did it make your day less stressful? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you found this video helpful, share it with someone who might need a little productivity boost too. Thanks for watching, and remember, less clutter, more focus. You've got this.